Morning, well, it's Hippy Trev here. So, kind of warmed up a little bit, and it's time to get back into the boat. So, let's run that intro, shall we? Hi, Hippy Trev here, and welcome to my channel. Hope you get something out of it. Rightio, well, so I ordered some new plugs, and as recommended, I bought some Newline 20W60 with high zinc Mark IV street and track. So that was close to $100 for 5 litres of this stuff. Got me eight. Got me 8 spark plugs. BP6 FS. FS. In the boat at the moment, I'm actually running BP5 FSs. So I'm about to put in BP6 and see how that goes. So I've already been out today, picked up some parts. Whoa, she's still pretty warm. Actually, I don't need to pull that off. Right now, she's still a tad warm. But I'm going to get in and start pulling some spark plugs out. I'm going to start down the back and work my way forward. There we go. Be good to have a good look at these plugs as they're coming out too, because they've been well over gapped. So the plugs going in are gapped from factory. And let's have a look. So they're actually, I'd say they're running pretty good. Old gap, new gap. As you can see there, this is the new gap. It's a lot smaller than the old gap. This is the easy side. The other side of the car's the hard side. It's a pain in the butt because I've got the power steering in the way, and also have the steering box in the way. But I have a way to get around that using a rubber tubing. Now, let's not get the leads on back to front like I did last time. Someone suggested I should probably buy a new set of spark leads. That's probably so, but not today. I just spent $150 on spark plugs and oil today, so I don't think I need to go and spend another $100 odd on spark plug leads. And the beauty of not over tightening your plugs is they also come out nice and easy. Rightio, burning very white and very clean. So we're not running way too rich. So my heater box is held up really good. No problems there. So that soldering job I did actually worked, which I'm really happy about. Oh, don't know why that plug is always so tight. Number 2 on this side, number 2 pot from the front. I snapped the plug off in here once before because it was so tight. Okay, so we've got a slightly different colour. White on that side, slightly burnt, but overall pretty good. So I'm just trying to get organised to do a run up the Bundy in the next few days maybe. I seem to end up putting the car and the bike in the naughty corner every other day at the moment. But I do plan on getting up there soon because I've got gas bowls I need to get refilled. Get on there. And then do not over tighten. So I hope I hope that's a good heat range to suit this car. I'm not really sure what the difference will be, if any, if noticeable. But always got to be better having new plugs in, done it? And properly gapped. Alright. So it's definitely running a lot darker than the others. But overall not too bad. I'm going to go change that fucking battery. I was half expecting that. Rightio. Easy side done. I've got to go and change the GoPro battery. This one's starting to look a bit flat. Now, I put out a video last week on the driveway. Here it is. All looking fantastic. Hey, all looking great and fantastic. Someone sent me 2 messages. One saying, am I going to change my flag, my Aussie flag? Am I going to change it to an LBQDDB fucking C fucking Leso Pufta Gayo fucking flag? Well, no, I'm fucking not. And then he said, with my driveway, am I turning fucking gay? Well, no, I'm not fucking gay. And as far as changing my flag, there's no way I'm going to put a Leso Gayo Puffo fucking faggoto fucking fag up on my fucking house. And since when do the gay, leso, faggo, puffo, fucko, everyone, since when do them cunts own all the colours of the fucking world? I suffer depression. That's why I have a coloured fence. That's why I have a purple house. We used to have very high vis, multiple coloured gutters. I like bright colours. I suffer depression. And having bright colours around me just helped keep me positive. So, whoever it was that said, am I going to get an LGB blue fucking ABCDF fucking puffo, leso, gayo, fucko flag? Go fuck yourself, mate. No, I'm not. So, anyway, I'm going to go change the GoPro battery and we'll get back to the other side of this fix. Okay, later. Bye. Alright, well, so enough of that little spat, but yeah, there is no fucking way known I'm going to have a leso, gayo, puffo, fucking LPG, juke fucking flag in my fucking driveway. And these fucking trendy cunts coming after our kids. This world's gone really fucking sick. And we need to do all we can to protect our kids from these fucking cross-dressing fucking motherfuckers. They are a bunch of sick cunts. And they quite openly say they are coming after our fucking kids. As far as I'm concerned, all them cunts need a hot lead fucking injection. A little lead pill delivered right in the left, right behind the left ear, from a few feet away. Anyway, let's see if we can get these plugs in and out without any fucking drama. There we go. Just take my fucking time. This is an awkward spot down in here. There we go. So, yeah, look at the gap. Pretty big gap in there. And it's also running pretty good colour. Oh, and these plugs can be a bitch to get in. Oh shit, got it. Beautiful. Wind him in by hand. And instead of using the extension socket, I'm using a 19mm on the end. Right, that's that one done. There we go. Nice and gently. Yep. So the boat's been running pretty good. It's not pinging. Right, have another look at this. Few speckles on the plug, but overall pretty good. And look at the size of that gap. Drive a school bus through that. You could drive a double-decker school bus through that gap. Look at that. Look at the size of that bloody gap there. That's kind of way too big. There we go. Always wind in by hand. They're big coarse threads, so if you can't wind your plug down to firm by hand, you've probably cross-threaded it. Then put the spanner over it. Make sure it's firm. A little bit of a tickle. Not too tight. That's it, just a nip. Now I need the extension. The dreaded dipstick plug. It's a bastard to get down into this one. And she's not too bad getting it out, but getting it in is a pain in the ass. I'll use a rubber hose and I'll show you. Because the dipstick's mounting and everything's in the way, I can't get my fingers in there to get the plug in to line it all up. This one's actually harder than the power steering pump one. Rightio. Yeah, burning good colour. Good colour all the way around. And yep, another gap so big we could drive a school bus through it. Rightio, so this is a pain in the arse to get in this plug. So what we do is we put a piece of plastic tubing on. Okay, piece of plastic tubing on. Poking down in there. Give him a few turns, hopefully. Come on. There we go, it's in, plugs in, just like that. Or with that. That makes so much difference. I've fought off and on for hours sometimes trying to get these plugs in. And just a little trick like that, job done. And this number one plug is a real pain because you've got the power steering pump in the way. The easiest way would be just to take all the belts off and loosen it, but I'm too lazy to do that. So we do it my way. Not easy to get in, not easy to get out, but we can get it. There we go, got it. And this is probably the uncleanest of all, but this was one of my back plugs. I think it was a left plug on the other side, second from the back. So, yeah, huge gap. Now this is a bastard to get in. 2 hands for beginners. So, the other day, I checked my oil in the car. I did that run over to Childers. And I passed like a truck and a heap of fucking things, and I was moving pretty quick. Come on, get in there. Come on. And anyway, I got home, put the car in the shed and let it sit for about 2 or 3 days. Come out and pull the dipstick, and it was like, holy fucking shit, this thing's used a shitload of oil. it was really, really well down. But I didn't bother putting oil in because I've had this happen once before. So the oil was well down. So anyway, I started and drove it. Come back, rechecked it. It was like, okay, that's where it should be. And then I let it sit for 2 days. Come out, pulled the dipstick, and it was right on the full mark. Down from the 2 L's from full, down to just the full mark. Oh yeah, there's all we plugs in. But where it should be. So the first time I did this, so I looked at it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Someone did the right thing and marked all these plugs. So basically, what it is, I had that happen after it sat there for probably about a week, and I was like, holy shit, this thing's out of oil. So I put about 1 litre of oil in there, and then when I drove it and rechecked it, it was like overfull by literally 1 litre. So anyway, so I did. I checked it out. She sat for about a week. Checked it, and it was like, holy shit, this thing's used a shitload of oil since I last drove it. And so I drove it around town, didn't go anywhere, just around town, blah, blah, blah. Just drove it as I normally would. Let it set for 2 or 3 days, come out and rechecked it, and the oil was exactly where it should be. Right, that's all the plugs done. So the oil's there, just on the full mark. So it was up to about that L when I first done it all. But when I checked it after sitting for a week, the oil was down to, well, down to about there. So I drove it around, parked it up for a couple of days, and then checked it, and it was back up to there. So I prefer the second markings than the first. Right, yeah, that was a nice simple plug change. She's been started today, so will she start again? And how will she sound? Sounds a lot smoother. Yeah, she's running a bit rough. It's going to need a retune. Just put a little bit more of that on the idle. Going to need a retune for sure. Get this off. It's almost like she's missing. I might go back and redo all my timing. Alright. That coil's not buzzing as hard as it normally is either. Alright, let's have a little bit of a play of the mixture screws here. That sounds about it to me. Yeah, I like to run a very low idle. I'm good enough for that. Right now, welds. Rightio, welds, all plugs are in. I'm going to take my timing spanner with me, go and have a quick run down the road. I'm going to start advancing timing until I get it to ping and then slowly start it to back off. So, all right, catch you when I get back. Later. Yeah, well, it's running pretty good. I'm going to leave it there. I did advance the timing just a little bit, no ping, but I'm going to leave there. I'm not going to bring it up to ping. I'm actually going to leave it right there. I'm really happy with the way it's running at the moment. I think the jets, the 63 jets and the 4.5 valve are okay. I had it pretty much flat the board. She's topped out at about 85 mile an hour before I could do 90 plus. So I think the bigger jet gives me more top end. I don't know whether that 6.5 power valve makes any difference or not, but at the moment I'm going to leave it with the 63 jet, 4.5 power valve, and just drive it and look after it. So anyway, welds, that's my plug change. Got me brand new oil. Not changing my oil. I may change the filter in about another 400 or 500 miles. But at this stage, no need to do that either. I don't think there's any metal or anything in the oil. So anyway, regarding my driveway, stick your LG, fucking ABCF, DF, fucking Lezo, your Lezo, Gayo, Puffo, Fago, fucking flags up your fucking ass. Stay safe and keep your knees in the breeze, and we'll catch you later. Bye.